everyone, how's it going and welcome back to my channel. So the winter 2024 anime season has officially began and you know what that means, right? Episode 1 reviews, yay! So excited to watch some brand new series and give you like my reviews of these first episodes. There are a bunch of things that are airing and of course I won't be able to cover every single anime, but I'm going to be watching the ones I'm really anticipating and the ones that are getting the most buzz, I guess. So if there's a review that you would like to see that I haven't covered yet, feel free to leave a comment below and I will try to get to that anime as soon as possible because there's just so many things to watch that sometimes I don't even know where to start. So I start with the ones that I really want to check out and then I branch off as I hear different things. And so yeah, if there's anything that you would like me to check out, let me know in the comment section. But anyway, one of the first anime that I decided to check out was one that I was highly anticipating, and that is A Sign of Affection. Now, I love romances and I love rom-coms and things like that, so it's not really surprised that I decided to pick up this anime, especially considering that I did read some of the manga when it was on, I forgot which platform for manga. I have no idea. I think it was maybe Crunchyroll Manga, and at some point I said forget you to Crunchyroll Manga, and apparently they said the same thing back to me because they deleted their app. So, I haven't read A Sign of Affection in a long time, but I did read a good chunk of it and I loved it so much that I was like, this is definitely one of my most anticipated anime for winter. I was like, this is going to be a hit for sure. It is going to be great. I'm going to love it because I loved what I read in the manga. And so I already knew kind of what to expect because I had read a little bit about it. And then I watched the anime. I actually already watched the first 2 episodes, but I'm only going to talk about episode 1 today. But I have a lot of things to say. First off, before we start talking about the actual first episode, I just want to mention that this series, A Sign of Affection, is by Sue Morishita, who also worked on Shortcake Cake. I put volume 1 somewhere around here so I could show it on camera, and it disappeared. I was walking around with it, and it went somewhere else. So here's volume 2 of Shortcake Cake. But yeah, this manga is by the same creator, and I cannot say anything, bad about Shortcake Cake. I love Shortcake Cake. I remember when I first started reading it and I wanted to read more and more and more. And it's just so funny because with A Sign of Affection, I didn't realize the connection between these two because I didn't realize it was the same creator. The art style is so completely different and like it's just so different. 2 different age groups, everything. Like it was just such a big difference that I didn't realize A Sign of Affection was by the same person. So if you like A Sign of Affection, definitely check out Shortcake Cake. It's by the same person, except these are high schoolers, younger age group, and the story's a little bit, a lot different. But, if you like A Sign of Affection, check out Sue Morishita's, other work, which is Shortcake Cake, because they are so different from each other. I never would have made that connection. So just something that I wanted to bring up. But anyway, episode 1 of A Sign of Affection brings together these 2 characters who are like the match made in heaven. I love them so much. They are like one of my biggest ships. I love them and I love the couple also from Sweat and Soap. Like I love these 2 couples so much, and also in Wotakoi. I love them too. I have a bunch of couples that I ship and they are canon and they are real and I'm like, yes, they deserve to be real. So, it's good stuff. So reading the manga, I was always supportive of this couple and watching it was just so great to see. But we have a girl who is hearing impaired, and so she really mostly signs and she can also write, and that's how she mainly communicates with people, through sign or by writing or texting, and that's her really like her main way of communication. And we have Itsuomi, who she meets on a train one day, and he saves her, I guess you could say, when a traveler asks her like for directions and she doesn't even know what to say because she doesn't know how to communicate with this random stranger. But Itsuomi swoops in and saves the day and helps direct the traveler or the tourist or whatever you want to call them. And it was like love at first sight for her almost. She's like, wow, he's so cool. And you know, he's very patient towards her. Itsuomi is not only handsome, but he's patient and he's willing to give her his time. He's a guy who is trilingual. He speaks 3 languages and he wants to know more. He's like learning Chinese and Spanish, but he's like fluent in like German and English. So he's learning languages and he is an explorer. He goes backpacking all over the world. He's part of the multicultural club at his college, and we see how this guy ends up opening her world because it seemed so small before because of like her, you know, not being able to hear and communicate with everybody. She meets a guy who is willing to give her that time and willing to give her that patience to open her world for her. And I absolutely love that. I love that. And at first when I read this manga, I was like, oh, maybe he's just like into her because he's into languages, and I thought maybe he was just like fascinated by her, like, wow, she's speaking, you know, using sign language, you know, so that's just another language that he probably wants to learn. That's what I at first thought when I was reading this manga, and I was definitely proved wrong. I definitely was. It was so pure, so great. And we see how in this first episode she, along with her friend, have to like garnish this courage in order to go see Itsuomi again and his cousin Hyoya, who work at this cafe and bar. So it's nice to see these 2 friends like have their own like things that they're worried about, their anxiousness, their, you know, like it's just nice to see that. And it's nice to see people being so welcoming and understanding. Not everybody has the patience to help people that have some kind of handicap. So I thought it's, you know, it's so nice. And I noticed that when I was reading the manga, and I'm glad that we have some, you know, a main character that's different like that. I'm glad. I like seeing things like this. We've seen more manga nowadays with characters that might be an amputee or not be able to hear or not be able to see or have some kind of thing, you know? And I like that. I like that diversity, I guess you could say. And it's done so well in A Sign of Affection, where it doesn't seem pushy or anything. It doesn't seem like a gimmick or anything. It seems natural. And that first episode, I put it on and next thing you know, it was over and I was like, that was it? Like, it went by so quickly. It wasn't bad. It was great, but it went by way too quickly. I was enjoying it way too much, and seeing that patience and that let me take you home, and then, you know, like, let me walk you home, and that texting, I'm telling you, Itsuomi is smooth. By the end of, you know, the end of that episode, like, those text messages were smooth. I was like, oh, okay, Itsuomi. I see you. Very smooth. So he comes across as very charming, but also very patient. And I think that's what makes this series so cute. And I absolutely adore it because of that. He's accepting. He's willing to learn. He has this patience. And he's just a great overall guy and character. Like, I don't even know what else to say about this dude. So I'm interested in seeing more episodes, especially I want to see where I left off in the manga. I don't know, and I don't remember where I left off in the manga, but this anime adaptation is so good right now. If you haven't watched it and you like rom-coms or you like romances in general, like, go watch it. It is definitely a really sweet story, and I like this because, once again, it's not an anime or a romance that's about like high schoolers and, you know, high school love, ha ha ha, you know, like, it's not like that. It's college students. It's more mature. It's a different age group, and I actually really love that. I really do. These are college students who are falling in love and getting to know each other and interact with each other and growing and expanding their worlds, their universes. I love that, especially in a couple where these two characters are just going to build off each other and they're going to grow because of each other and their own experiences and the way that they live. I absolutely live for that. I absolutely love that. So am I going to continue A Sign of Affection? Yeah, definitely 100%. I am there for it. And if you haven't watched it already, definitely go check it out. It is absolutely charming and definitely more realistic and more mature than other like romance series that are typically based in high school situations. So I just wanted to say that. Loved episode 1. Can't wait to continue this series. And if you would like to see more reviews of this anime, please let me know. I don't know if you I don't know if you want to see that on this channel, but if you do, I would be glad to make more episode reviews of A Sign of Affection because it is my show. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Totally appreciate it. Please like, share, or subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye!